What's up, you guys? Marty Schwartz here with Marty Music. Thank you for the continued support of my very own thing here. Also, I appreciate you subscribing, leaving comments, signing the newsletter at martymusic.com is especially helpful. So thanks for all that. Anyway, we're going to dig into some Mixolydian stuff, E-Mixolydian, the scale, ways to make it musical, all that. I hope it helps. So let's zoom in and break it down. All right, going to talk about the E-Mixolydian scale. I've got a groove that's using an E9 chord, but the E9 chord or the E7 chord, E13, they all have the Mixolydian sound or scale underneath it. We're going to play the E-Mixolydian scale over an E9 groove, and then I'm going to show you little hybrids of using, elements of the blues, major pentatonic, minor pentatonic, plus this Mixolydian scale. So we're going to learn this position or look at the position where the root's on the A string. So the scale starts right there. And we're going to go 7-9. Then we're going to go 6-7-9, 6-7-9. Then we shift up to the 7, and we do 7-9-10, 7-9-10. And then backwards. And then grab your pinky on the 9 of the G. And I would practice different ways of fingering it. Also very good for getting some pinky work going there. Now we also have the low E string, and just the root isn't there, so I didn't want to focus on it yet, but it would be the same as the high E. So 7, 9, 10, but the root's right there. So if you just play that over an E9, it sounds pretty scale-ish. It sounds like you're playing a scale. There are elements of this that Jerry Garcia would do, but if you hear me just play through that scale, it doesn't sound as musical as some bluesy elements. And by the way, the E-Mixolydian scale is the fifth mode of the A major scale. So we're actually just playing all the notes of the A major scale, but with the E root of that scale, the fifth tone of A major, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of A major, we're taking that fifth note and thinking that is the root, and now it becomes E-Mixolydian. But it's all the same notes and chords of A major. Just another little thing for you to think about there. So what I did before was I was just kind of playing through the scale, and you can make melodies out of that. But a really good trick, or I don't know, trick, technique, concept, is the major third of that scale, which happens right here. And then it repeats an octave up right here. So you've got a 6th fret of the D, and you've got the 9th fret of the B. A cool trick or technique is to hammer on from the half step below, and it gives that bluesy sound. And then descending, you still hammer up to it. So instead of, you go like this. So check this out on the way up. Now, another thing here is the E blues scale. So the only thing that's in that that's not in Mixolydian is the minor third. But what's kind of cool is, one, the blues, the E minor pentatonic just tends to work over stuff, even if it's not theoretically correct. But you've also got, just if you just start to bend that third there, which is also on the 5th of the D, it's almost into that hammer-on thing we were talking about. So there's going to be elements where you can just go straight blues. And then also you have this kind of new little thing that we were talking about in this video. You tend to be able to go back to the just straight blues. Over a E7 chord, it just feels good. Or an E9 chord, it feels good. So that brings us to this extended run of the A root E blues, you know, like the ultimate E blues run. That all works in this situation as well. It's not Mixolydian, but you can add a piece of that Mixolydian right here. So now you have this little hybrid of the hammering on the major third, but playing basically the minor pentatonic blues scale. So it's kind of almost like a hybrid between Mixolydian and the blues scale. Here it is again. The major third also happens to be right here, so you can go open, hammer from 3 to 4, and then you've got this little piece of the blues scale, 5, 6, 7. Then you would have 5, 7. Now you have the same thing again. Hammer from 5 to 6, 7, 8, 9. Now you're in that Mixolydian thing. And then you have that. And then part of that extended that we were doing. Now we're going. So it's basically 8 to 9, 10, 11, 12, and then 10, 12 on the high E. All right, so here we go. The groove, I'm going to play just Mixolydian over it. So now, the new thing, or the next thing, where I hammer on that major third. The blues scale. Now the hybrid hammering on the major third. So if you get lost or you're trying some of these things, you can always fall back on the minor pentatonic scale. However, start messing with just some of these little ideas and see what you can come up with. All right, there it was, you guys. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Feel free to leave your requests in the comments below. Also, if you haven't yet, please subscribe, leave comments, like the videos, all at Marty Music. Making sure it's Marty Music is really helpful, and I appreciate you guys. So we'll see you later.
Cost close to nothing.